You know, one thing I was just thinking of right now is um I, I notice a lot of people who think it's that once you're a Christian, or once you're learning about Christianity, or in your mind, once you're a Christian, you think it's your duty to just preach the word to every single person you meet, because this it's the same thing with this person who was my Christian mentor, because this person thinks that they need to establish a Christian relationship with every person they meet, because they think that everyone gets saved. If you get baptized, they think that everybody, because I remember when we were together hanging out, like, just obviously just friends, but when we'd be together talking, she would she would always tell me, you're sealed with the Holy Spirit. And I'm like, gosh, I do drugs all the time. Like, why would I be sealed with the Holy Spirit? Like, these are my actual conscious thoughts. Like, what? And it just, it becomes all too well known that she thinks everybody gets saved too, who gets baptized. And it's like many are called, but few are chosen, you know? And you can't think that every person you meet you need to tell about Jesus. Because you must realize that this is a decision to follow Christ. It's not a halfway decision. It's not a 3/4 decision. It's 100% decision. You're giving him mind, body, soul. You're giving your life to him. So you don't just minister to anybody. You minister to those who come to you wanting to know about Christ. You don't just minister to people, to anybody. Because this person would, you know, go underneath certain bridges, certain bad parts of town, and tell a dude shooting up some heroin about Jesus, and it's like, look, that's just not the time or the place to do that. When I was in my addiction, if someone would have done that, I'd been like, look, get lost, dude. I'm trying to get high. Like, we've all heard about Jesus. When we're trying to get high, obviously that's not the place for Jesus. And trust, and you're not getting to them at that point. It's just not going to happen. You know, so that can be a snare to you, to think that every single person needs to know about Jesus. No. There's a church on every single street corner. Don't wear yourself out with that. What I do is I feed the homeless, but I rarely tell them about Jesus, because they know about Jesus. You know, they've been to church. It's basically impossible for someone to have not known what Jesus is about. They know what Jesus is about. So just don't wear yourself out with that. The people that you should minister to are the ones that come to you about Jesus. If you want to tell people about your testimony, that's up to you. But you can't expect that when you tell someone about Jesus, that's going to make them saved. And you can't assume that every single person who's been baptized gets the Holy Spirit. Because it's the same thing with the person in my family. They went and got baptized because they know that people who get baptized, wind up getting saved. That's the first step in it. But first, you have to actually want a relationship with them. If you think, well, I got baptized, now I'm just going to go do what I want. He's the one who died for my sins. He died for my sins already. I got baptized. I did the ritual. What do I need to do anything else for? But that's the mindset of people. They don't think they need to know anything. They think, his death means you can do whatever you want. So you can't get stuck in that snare of believing you need to tell everyone about Jesus, and certainly you can't think everyone who has been baptized has the Holy Spirit. It's ridiculous. If your life hasn't changed and you are not, a new creature in God, it hasn't happened. So just keep that in mind. Peace.